So basically, Agile. What do you know? What do you know about Agile? Basically,
Um,
fast and flexible, right?
yes, that's what we had like done the basic just last time.
Yeah. So in Agile, there are many models. Okay. Models means I can tell types also. Okay. So let
Okay.
us see one by one. Where is that? Okay. There are seven models or types
In Agile or
in
overall
Agile.
seven
In
models?
Agile. In
In
Agile.
Agile itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
itself. We have total seven models. You can observe here that Scrum will be done by around 70% of the people. It means
Okay.
if you consider entire world, 70% of IT companies will follow the Scrum model. This 2% will follow extreme programming. Very few companies. Okay. And feature driven development. Very few companies. See, I am not given a number also. Very few companies they
Mm-hmm.
will follow the feature driven development or FDD we will call. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once let us see one more thing. This is a crystal clear. This is also very less number of people will use. Lean and Kanban, once after Scrum model, the second priority will be Lean and Kanban. Okay. So what is there in
Okay.
the let us see. ASDM and DSDM. Very less number of people they will going to use. And let us go with the Scrum model. Other models, whatever you are seeing, right? So most of the companies will not use that. So learning will be waste of time. Instead of that, let us learn the model which will be used by the entire world. Okay.
Do I need to know the names of the other ones or should I just
Yeah, yeah. Just
completely?
names is enough. You should
Okay.
know. Basically, if you are working in IT company, you should
Mm-hmm.
know. Agile is not one. Agile is having several model. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In that Scrum model is also one of the thing. So Agile model is a framework, basically, some structure. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
which which will help the IT companies or software company to develop and test the software within a planned period of time. Got it? So what do you mean by Scrum model? This is one of the framework where companies will follow that. It means the developer and test engineers teams will follow where for a particular period of time. Okay. And in the
Mm-hmm.
Scrum model, our main goal is customer satisfaction. Got it? Our main goal is customer satisfaction. Now let us see what is this Scrum model. Okay. What and all it will be there in the Scrum model. Let us go with the terminologies. It means few words or few uh, new words we will use in the Scrum model. Basically, first one is release. So what do you mean by release? Basically, what do you know about release?
Basically, when you launch,
When you are releasing the software to the customer, right?
yeah,
Or when you
launching
are
the,
launching the
yeah.
software to the customer or launching the software into the server, that is one release. So we will be having several releases like that.
Mm-hmm.
But in Agile, we will call it as a combination of sprints. What we will call
Combination of
of
sprints.
sprints. So combination means you understood adding.
Yep.
Adding of sprints is called as release. So what is that? Let us see. But terminology you understood, no? There is something called as release.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is there is something called as epic. Epic means set of requirements. So what do you mean by set of requirements? I think Shivu sir told that there will be some requirement IDs. I
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it as a
that's
SRS.
a,
Okay.
yep.
1.1 like that, SRS 2.1, something like that. There will be a document for the requirement. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, epic means set of requirements. Set of requirements means this two, let me consider. Uh, Two is then three, four, something like that. Okay. If you
Mm-hmm.
observe here, this two sets and this two sets, this is belongs to this particular requirements is belongs to login page. Okay. And this two is belongs to inbox or compose or sent items. So what we will do, let us work on the epic of login story. What we will call story. What is the story? I will explain you later. Okay. So in the company, Yadvinder, you take the epic of login story. That is how they will communicate with you, or login
Mm-hmm.
page story. Or Yadvinder take the epic of inbox story. Okay, this is how they will assign you, or they will use the words basically. So these are the terminologies. I mean, these are the words they will use. So let us see what is that in depth one by one. So basically, release is one word, epic is one word, story is one word.
Mm-hmm.
Story is what? So what do you mean by story?
Supposing we have one module,
Yes.
um, and that
So
module can be broken down into little parts. So
no,
that
no, no,
bigger module is going to be the epic, and those smaller ones are going to be the stories.
no, 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 no. Epic is requirement. This is requirement. Got it? This requirement SRS 1.1, SRS 2.1. This is a set, one set. This one set requirement is for what? For the login.
For login page.
For login page, there will be a login, username, password, login button, cancel button, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that requirement is set of the requirements. We'll call it as a one epic or epic number one. So the
So the
epic number
module
one,
is the story. The module is the
yeah,
story,
yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
So uh, one set of requirement, that is one epic is assigning to you, the second epic is assigning to me. It means you understood now. Epic means
Mhm.
requirement only. Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm. Next, story means modules. Whatever a login, sign up, inbox,
Mhm.
sent items, these things we will call it as a story. Got
Mhm.
it? Next, we will call it something called as story point. Got it? So, what do you mean by story point? In a company, there is a development team, okay, and there is a testing team. Very important. Why it is important? Because you have to develop and you have to test the software. You have to deliver the software to the customer, or you have to update the software, or within the release you want to release the software. There are so many constraints are there that you have to follow some guidelines. Let me tell what is that properly. So basically, this is story point means assuming or rough estimation. So, Yadvinder, when you are planning to visit India, that is my question. So you will tell, sir, probably April or May. Sir, no.
Mhm.
This is what rough estimation. Rough estimation means either this or that one. There is no
Mhm.
clarity. Similarly, story point means the rough estimation given by the developers and test engineers to develop and test. Both both activities should be done within a planned period of time. It means a development team and testing team is telling that we need 2 weeks to develop and test. Understood? This is rough estimation.
Mm-hmm.
The development team and testing team is given the rough estimation to a person. Let us see who is that person. Let, let us consider project manager as of now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This project manager is a person. He is asking the story points. Say how many days is required to develop and test the stories. They have given 2 weeks. Now, the project manager is a person who already worked on many projects. He got to know that 2 weeks is more time for developing this story. Let us take login story only here.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 weeks is not at all required. So what he will do, he will create the sprint. What he will create?
Sprint.
Sprint. So you heard this word somewhere. Where you heard this word?
And the meetings, the Scrum meetings.
You heard here. Release. Combination of sprints. Yes or no? So
But
here.
usually they
Can you
talk
see?
about it in the Scrum meetings, right?
Yeah. So I will explain that later, but you have, see, let us go
Mm-hmm.
step by step. What you learned
Okay.
is okay. What you are imagining is that is different thing.
Mm-hmm.
So release means what? Combination of sprints. So
Mm-hmm.
now combination of sprint means something, some weightage is there because it is decided by the project manager. It is a actual time. What is that? Actual time spent by the developers and test engineers to develop and test the stories. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Actual time means what, sir? Your project manager is decided, hey, within. If you take 2 weeks, it will be 10 days, right? So what he's doing, he's telling that 8 days, one sprint. It means he's reduced the 2 days. It means 16 hours is reduced. Now you have to work according to that. So basically, in a company, few sprints, you will get a time to work 5 hours only. Only 5 hours if you work, enough. But in few sprints, you have to work for 10, 12 hours. How? Because you have given some rough estimation over here, but
Mm-hmm.
your project manager is given you a actual time. That is, a sprint is created. Once is created, that done. Okay. You have to work in that. You have to extend your working hours. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. So once after sprint is done, now let us go. Uh, I think these are the terminologies which I will use while explaining the our Scrum model. Okay. There are many things that I will introduce one by one later. You just take the screenshot. What are the types of Agile? See, we will be going to learn Scrum model only. Okay. This and all will be, nobody will be going to ask you basically because very less number of companies they will follow.
Can you scroll the screen so that I can take it all the way bottom? Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So shall I ask some questions here?
Sure.
What is release or what is epic or what is story point or sprint? Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay, I will give you 1 minute time. Please go through everything. Later I will ask it. Okay, because it is very important. Okay, done.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us go now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me explain you what is sprint actually. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
though so let me know what is the definition of release. What is release?
Combination of sprints.
Okay. So now release we have planned for 25 days. So within 25 days, we have to release the software or a part of a software. Let us consider A to Z modules are there. The A to Z modules, we have to give A to A, B, C, D, or four modules to the customer within how many days? Within a 25 days. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So actual time spent by the developers and test engineers is called a sprint. So before that, what is release? Release is a combination of sprints. Now let us create the sprint. How to create the sprint? Let me give you a simple example. How the company actually plan this, I'm showing that to you. So basically, we will divide it based on the features. How? Let me show you. So this complete whatever I'm showing, okay, whatever the complete distance from here to here is what a release. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this distance is a sprint one, sprint two, and this is a sprint three. Got it? So basically, how many sprints we have? Three. Sir, is it mandatory for us to take three sprints every time? No. Got it? Or Is it mandatory for us every time there will be 3 sprints, something like that? No, nothing like that. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So it will vary based on the size and complexity of the model. Module means again features or stories. Size and
Mm-hmm.
complexity of the modules, this will vary. Now, sprint one, I am taking 5 days. How many days?
5.
Or let me take 6 days or 7 or 8 days.
Mm-hmm.
It is not again mandatory. This many days only you have to take. Not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sprint two is having only 4 days or 25 days I have taken. No, so 12 days. 12 plus 8, 20. Right.
25 days.
So
Mm-hmm.
remaining 5 days for sprint
3.
three. So how beautifully my uh, Scrum Master, who is that? The person, Scrum
Mm-hmm.
Master, or let us consider project manager. How beautifully is designed is 8 days you develop or developer and test engineer, you work on A and B both modules. How many days? 8 days I will going to give you. Next, another 12 days you work on C module, and another 1 week or 5 days you work on D module.
Module B. Mm-hmm.
So what he is done, he is assigning the stories for the developers and test engineers. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, once he assign this to us, so we have to plan within 8 days how we can develop and test it. And if he is assigned C module, we have to complete it in a 12 days. See, why I am given this variable things is 8 days for 2 modules, 12 days for 1 module, 5 days for one more module. It means it is not fixed. Okay, size and based on the size and complexity of the module, everything will
Mm-hmm.
vary. So now what do you mean by release? Combination of sprints. So how many sprints we got? We got one, two, three. 3 sprints we got in one release. So can I call release is a combination of sprints?
Yep.
Yes. So what do you mean by sprint? I told actual time. Actually, developers or test engineers, they have to work on these 8 days only to develop
Mm-hmm.
this AB module. Again, they want to work 12 days to complete this C module. So am I working actually right here? I'm working
Mm-hmm.
actually right. It is not any assumption, right? So that is
Mm-hmm.
what we'll call it as a sprint. So this is done by the Scrum Master. Scrum Master, what he will do this. What he will do, he will plan this. Like how many days the release should be there, and how many days we have to plan for each sprint. How many days actually developers and test engineers is required to develop and to test the story. Are you getting? So
Yep.
everything will be planned by a Scrum Master. Now, who is a Scrum Master? Scrum Master is also called as a product owner. It means he is not a customer. Product owner means this fellow will collect the requirement, develop the software, test the software, or the activities he will be involved, or he will guide the developers or test engineers to do that job. Later, what he will do? He will give the output to the customer. So only we'll call him as a product owner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is not like he is only the customer. He is given the requirement. No, he is the person who is understood the requirement and give assign that work to developers and test engineers and done the work within a planned period of time. So now let us see who is Scrum Master. Scrum Master is a person who is responsible to deliver a quality software to the customer within a planned period of time. What he will do? He will deliver the quality software to the customer within a planned period of time. Who planned? He is only planned. Got it? What
Mm-hmm.
he will do is he will be creating the sprints and converting the requirement into epic. Understood? And
Mm-hmm.
converting the epics into tasks and assigning the task to the developers and test engineers based on the available hours. Got it? So what are the available hours? 8 days is available, right? Within 8 days, you
Mm-hmm.
have to complete this. Like that, what is done is created. What is created is created the tasks. The tasks is assigned to us, not only for us, for the developers also they have assigned. Once Scrum Master is created the task, at any cost you have to finish that. You will work 2 days or you will work 3 days, 4 days, you will take your friend's help. That is not a matter. You have to complete that within the planned period of time. Sir, is it always the time will be less comparatively what we have planned? Like story point I told, rough estimation I have given 10 days. So
Mm-hmm.
within the 10 days, again, they will reduce the time and they will give the sprint. No. Since we are giving the rough estimation, sometimes we will also make a mistakes. So if we have given 10 days, it might take 12 days also. So what my Scrum Master will do, he will increase the date to 12 days. It's not like fixed again, or it is not like based on story point, 1 or 2 days he will reduce and he will give. No, Scrum Master is a person who is already worked in a company for 20 plus years,
Mm-hmm.
got a complete product knowledge. You know how the applications will work. That type of persons only they will be doing this activity. Got
Mm-hmm.
it? So what he will do, he will create the sprint basically. Created. He will convert the requirement into epic. Requirement means normal requirement. What sir showed you. Okay, that requirements he will convert into epics. It means group of requirements he will do. Later, he will assign that group of requirements for the developers and test engineers based on their availability hours. This is what we'll call it as a what? Agile. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
No, not Agile. This is a what we'll call it as Scrum Master. That is what he will do. Okay. Now you got it?
Can you repeat the last sentence?
Nothing. He will create the requirement into
No, no, no.
Epic.
The one where you said that is agile. What was that?
That is not Agile. That is Scrum Master. That is what Scrum
Okay,
Master.
that's why I got
Yeah.
confused. Okay,
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Okay. Now take the screenshot.
I did actually.
Okay. Now let us go to the main topic, Scrum ceremonies or Agile meetings or is not enough, not required. This two things. Scrum ceremonies or Agile meetings, both are same. There are many meetings. Let us know one by one. One is sprint planning meeting. What meeting? Sprint
Sprint
planning.
planning.
Next one is daily stand up meeting. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Or or we will also call it as a scrum meeting. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So scrum ceremonies is different, scrum meetings are different. Okay. Next we have sprint retrospective retrospective
Retrospective.
yeah meeting. Next we have bug triage meeting. Next we have product backlog grooming. Next we have release retrospective meeting. Okay. So total how many meetings we have?
6.
Very, very important meetings in your company. If you are going to work in a company, definitely you need to follow all these meetings. And I will guide you how each and every meeting will be done, how people will come, how they will discuss, what they will discuss, when they will discuss, what
Mm-hmm.
action plans they will take. Everything I will guide you step by step. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let us see what are these things in the next upcoming class. Okay. Today, because I have office meeting by 7:30.